Hey Tekken players, hope you're all doing well. So this is going to be quite possibly the most pointless King guide I've ever made, but it's just for fun, so let's go with it. So today we're going to go through some of King's best post-KO corpse stomping moves. Now in case you're unaware, corpse stomping is what you do to your opponent after the KO in the few seconds you have before the next round. Now for the most part this is all for fun, and to be honest I don't see it as being toxic, unlike say teabagging or key charging. But it's entirely up to you whether you want to try these or not when playing online. For the record, I think lore-wise King is one of the most wholesome characters in the game by way of his morals and motivations for fighting, so I doubt he would actually take part in any corpse stomping. Before I go into the moves, I just want to give an honourable mention to forward neutral 2 on counter hit as the most disrespectful KO in the game. Think about what King is actually doing here. He's basically punching the opponent in the crotch so hard that it knocks him out. Then he takes their unconscious body, yanks it towards him and does a clothesline so hard that he basically takes their head off. This is a rare one, but it always makes me laugh when you land it. Anyway, let's get on with the actual moves. So number 1, if you want to really disrespect your opponent, then run up and down 3 is the way to go. Classic case of kicking you while you're down and stomping on your lifeless body. You can perform down 3 in any situation as it hits both grounded and standing. Number 2, and perhaps the most lore accurate with King being a wrestler, we've got down 2 plus 3 for the people's elbow. The nice thing about this is again it hits grounded and standing, so it can be performed in any situation, and I don't think it's being overly disrespectful. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the video, but I've got to show you one thing, just look at this. So seriously, if you have a look here, of all my viewers, only 8.2% of you are actually subscribed. I mean, seriously guys, what the heck's that all about? I mean, my YouTube channel at the moment brings in about enough money for me to buy 1 coffee a month, but if some of you would actually hit the subscribe button, that could go all the way up to perhaps 2 coffees a month and possibly even a donut. So come on, you know it makes sense, hit the subscribe button, do it for the orphans. Also, big shout out to my Filipino audience, love you guys. Number 3, this is my favourite for comedy value, forward 2 plus 3 for the splat. There's something about how goofy this animation is, it just makes me smile every time, so I see it as a kind of a playful way of ending the round, and for comedy value. And speaking of comedy value, it shoots up even higher if you overshoot the landing. Now number 4 is for those of a sweaty disposition who want to test their execution, and this is hop kick to ISW. Now if you don't know how to land an ISW, check out my how to do instant while running moves, where I go over it in detail, but in short the command is either forward neutral 2 plus 4 or forward neutral forward 2 plus 4. The time you have before the next round means you won't actually really see the ISW land properly, but if you see the hands and the pink spark then you know you've landed it. Again, pretty pointless because no one will notice or care that you've landed it anyway. And finally number 5, this is for those who really want to flex, and that's to basically just land an ISW. Now to actually land this online consistently, you have to basically KO your opponent with either a jab or a down jab, although you can use other moves. Basically you have to make sure you have enough frames on the recovery to land the ISW. This is by far the hardest, and in case you hadn't already noticed, I had to use treasure battles to capture the footage, because basically it's so hard to KO someone with a jab and straight into ISW. Now I call this a Just Andy special, as you'll often see him land it when he plays online after the KO, and in my opinion he has the best execution of any King player in a competitive scene, so make sure you go and check him out. Well, thanks all for watching. There's a few little ideas for your post KO moves to try out. If you have any other alternatives, please let me know and perhaps we'll make a follow-up video. Now just before we go, I want to give a quick shout out to a fellow small YouTuber who's a King main, who I think deserves way more views than he gets. The YouTube channel is called Gator of War, and he has some great King and other Tekken tutorials, so be sure to check out his channel and tell him Beige Master sent you. Right, thanks all, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.